Oh, but she hasn't been here today. Her key is on the rack.
What? He just saw her out the window. What do you mean she didn't come in? Okay, ghosts are real.
Do you believe that someone out of the past, someone dead, can enter and take possession of a living being?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick. What am I doing? I'm so sorry. We're not doing this. I'm not doing the hoodie. Alright. You gotta dress the part when you watch a Hitchcock movie. Hitchcock is the filmmaker that made me want to make movies, and there's a classic movie of his that I haven't seen. It's Vertigo. Alright, let's do it. Universal. Classic Hitchcockian music. Love it. Vertigo. I miss these old title sequences. Hitchcock had this guy that made his title cards, whose name was Saul Bass, who also directed a movie about ants.
If your curiosity is aroused, you are ready for Phase 4.
Weird detail. Alright, I'm so excited. Hey, wait a second. Well, now I know where Spielberg got the inspiration for his opening shot of Munich. Oh, and now we know where the Wachowskis got their inspiration for the opening of The Matrix. Oh. The 50s were a different time. You could just discharge your firearm without worrying about your backdrop at all. Yep, there's the classic zoom technique that he developed. Spielberg used it in Jaws. Peter Jackson used it in Fellowship of the Ring. It's when you dolly the camera in and zoom out, or dolly the camera out and zoom in. It creates this nice visual compression or expansion of the foreground and background.
Give me your hand.
Wow, that's a great shot.
I had to quit. I have acrophobia, which gives me vertigo, and I get dizzy. What a moment to find out I had it.
And there's no one to blame.
Do you remember a fella in college by the name of Gavin Elster? I had a call from Gavin today. How about you and me going out for beers?
Sorry, old man, work.
She's a great actress.
Midge, what did you mean there's no losing it?
I asked my doctor. He said that only another emotional shock could do it.
We're
that's
escalating
cool.
again. Something's gonna happen. Oh, there was a little car horn that's gonna draw his attention out the window.
All right, now here we go.
Don't trip, don't trip.
I look down.
Oh no.
I look up. I look down.
Not the window plan. Alfred Hitchcock is a master because he can generate suspense with nothing but a step stool. A cameo. He would always do it within the first few minutes of the movie because it was kind of a game with the audience. He didn't want them looking for him throughout the film.
How did you get in the shipbuilding business, Gavin?
I married into it. My wife's family is all gone. Shouldn't you be sitting down?
No. No, I'm all right.
I miss Jimmy Stewart. I just miss the way he would say things like no.
No, I'm all right.
I was sorry to read about that thing in the paper, but I wondered whether you'd go back on the job. I want you to follow my wife. I'm afraid some harm may come to her.
From whom?
Someone dead.
What?
Do you believe that someone out of the past can take possession of a living being?
No.
A Hitchcockian ghost story. Wow.
Suddenly the words fade into silence. A cloud comes into her eyes and they go blank. Then with a long sigh, looks at me brightly. Doesn't even know she's been away.
Oh, no. Your wife sounds like she's bored out of her mind, and she needs to disassociate into a fantasy that's more interesting than her life with you. That's all. I mean, I'm not a detective, but I'd start there.
I followed her one day, got into her car and drove out to Golden Gate Park.
But wait a second. Look at his hands. Why isn't he wearing a wedding ring? And why isn't Jimmy Stewart picking up on that? My alarm bells are going off. He is being set up for something.
We're dining at Ernie's first. You can see her there.
Whoa. Look at the story of that shot. Hitchcock saturates your eye with red, and then ever so subtly, green starts to emerge into the image until it's unavoidable. Green's in the salad on the table, you got the green tree there, you're gonna see the two green elements on the wall in the background, and then, bam, your eye just goes right to her. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Look at that. And she turns towards him and he turns away. Oh, beautiful little edit there. They come back and walk away and we cut over. And I love that little green line in the background too. Like green is now on his mind. The spark. She's got the green car too. She's, I guess, having an episode right now that's like what her husband described. Oh, don't get noticed. Well, that's not the best place to hide, dude. What is he gonna say if she turns and looks at him? Do you know what time today is? It's Thursday. Oh, yep. Well, I'm gotta go, not be following you. Carlotta Valdez. Oh, that's creepy. So is she, like, possessed by the woman in the painting?
Who's the woman in the painting she's looking at?
Oh, that's Carlotta.
What is going on? It's such a simple idea for a movie. I'm so creeped out.
Would you tell me who has the room on the second floor, that corner?
Oh, I'm afraid we couldn't give out information of that sort.
I thought he was gonna give her like $100. She just pocketed it. That's Carlotta Valdez.
What's her name?
Valdez, Miss Valdez.
Oh, I was right.
Oh, but she hasn't been here today.
I just saw her come in 5 minutes ago.
Oh, no, she hasn't been here at all.
What?
Well, I would have seen her, you know.
What? What?
Her key is on the rack.
Well, would you please go up and look?
I'm more terrified listening to this conversation than I am at most scary movies. The monster is not nearly as creepy as the situation that doesn't reconcile itself through natural means. Like, he just saw her out the window. What do you mean she didn't come in? I saw it too, and you saw it. She was in the window. This is like, okay, ghosts are real. All right, ghosts real. Or he's being set up in a very elaborate way. Jimmy Stewart looks the way my brain feels right now.
Would you like to come and look?
Her car's gone.
What car?
What car? The car she drives. Don't start with me.
Who do you know that's an authority on San Francisco history?
Oh, people. He owns the Argosy bookshop.
Come on, let's go. I want you to introduce me.
I don't need a hat.
Hey, wait a minute.
And there's these little touches of green always in the background with Jimmy Stewart. Like, green is kind of always on his mind.
Carlotta.
She was found by that man, and he took her and built for her the great house in the Western Addition. There was a child.
This actor is fantastic. Just feels so lived in. Gravitas and a great old school actor.
But then he kept the child and threw her away.
And she died.
She died in her own hand.
Well, thank you very much.
You have
Yeah, well, that's real sad. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Now then, Johnny-O, pay me.
For what?
Well, for bringing you here.
There's nothing to tell.
You'll tell her you'll be back in that corset. Oh, come on, Johnny,
Come on,
please.
take you home.
Dude, I like Midge. She's got personality, Midge.
The idea is that the beautiful Mad Carlotta has come back from the dead and taken possession of Elster's wife.
Well, I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what he thinks.
Well, what do you think?
I think she's possessed.
You didn't tell me.
Doesn't know where she'd lead you.
You knew about this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when she goes to these places,
She's no longer my wife.
well, how do you know all these things she doesn't?
Yeah, how do you know the things she does and doesn't know?
Her grandmother went insane. Her blood is in Madeline.
Whoa.
Boy, I need this.
So, Madeline is the granddaughter of Carlotta, but she doesn't know that, and yet she's going to all the places that Carlotta visited. Oh, that must have been a beautiful day to film. The weather looks great. What? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Good thing he was there, man. And he's finally in green. He's connected with his object of desire.
What am I doing here?
Well, you fell into San Francisco Bay.
I fell into the bay and you fished me out.
That's right.
So she's also not naturally a blonde then, right? If she's got like such dark eyebrows. I really feel like Jimmy Stewart's being set up. I just can't put together how or why.
And what were you doing there?
Just watching in case anyone jumped in.
My name is Madeline Astor.
My name's John Ferguson.
I married you now.
Well, who do you think hired me to follow you? I mean, really? That's crazy.
Has this ever happened to you before?
No, it's never happened before.
Here, I'll get some more coffee.
I love seeing Hitchcock movies because I love seeing actors have to sell as natural things that are clearly staged. It's so blatant because she's right in front of him. You can see her hand. Actually, on second viewing, it wasn't as abrasive.
Hello?
Scotty, what happened?
No, she's all right. She's still here. I'll bring her home soon.
Madeline is 26. Carlotta Valdez committed suicide when she was 26.
That's a detail. So she's the same age that her grandmother was? I wonder how many minutes of this movie is just Jimmy Stewart in a car. They told Hitchcock, you need to make it longer. All right, I'll just have Jimmy Stewart drive around in a car more. I don't know. I don't want to have to keep writing this story. And then he follows her in a car. That's the next scene. We just had that a few minutes. Shut up. That's the next scene. We're moving on.
Yes, hello.
I worried about you last night. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm fine. It's a formal thank you note and a great big apology. But I had a landmark. I remembered Coit Tower.
Well, it's the first time I've been grateful for Coit Tower.
Hey, good little line.
Where are you going?
I just thought that I'd wander.
That's what I was going to do.
Dude, she's married. Don't be a bad guy, Jimmy Stewart.
What are you thinking?
All the people who've been born and have died while the trees were not living.
There's a cross-section of one of the old trees that's been cut down.
So my favorite place in New York City that I've been going to since I was a kid is the American Museum of Natural History. If you ever get the chance to go there, they've got a great cross-section of a super old tree. And it's significantly bigger than the one they're looking at right now.
Here I was born, and there I died. It was only a moment for you.
Madeline.
Did she suddenly become, like, possessed again? What? Did she disappear? Get out of there. Get out of there. If I saw that, I'd turn into, what's his name from Jurassic Park?
Yeah, that's nice. Gotta go.
Okay, never mind. She's still there.
I was walking down a long corridor that once was mirrored.
If I could just find the key and put it together.
If I'm mad, that would explain it, wouldn't it?
For a man who has nothing to do, you're certainly a busy little bee. Where do you go these days?
See, he's also making a classic guy mistake. Jimmy Stewart, you should be going for the stable woman that you've known for a while, that you're friends with.
What have you been doing?
I'm going back to my first love, painting. You want to see?
Yeah.
Dude, this movie's great.
Let's make that movie some other night, will you?
I feel bad for her. Like, she's obviously sad, but there was a smoother way to do that, Midge.
I wanted to see you and be with you.
Well, why? What's happened?
I had the dream. There was a village square and a green with trees and an old whitewashed Spanish church with a cloister.
Madeline, 100 miles south of San Francisco, there's an old Spanish mission. You come back here around noon.
Whew, good transition. Oh, Jimmy, you need more guy friends in your life to help bring you back to reality.
Where are you now?
Here with you.
And it's all real.
I love you, Madeline.
I love you too.
I've known you all weekend. I love you, Madeline. Abort.
Something I must do.
No, there's nothing you must do. No one possesses you. You're safe with me.
It's too late.
I'll say it about Kim Novak here. I don't see a lot of difference in her character between when she's like transfixed and when she's not. That's why I kind of think Jimmy Stewart's being set up. It makes sense in terms of her trying to put on an act, but she's not really an actress, which is why it's kind of always one note.
And if you lose me, then you'll know I loved you and I wanted to go on loving you.
Wait, she saw a steeple? Oh wait, did the grandmom... Oh no. Get up there, dude. Oh, his vertigo. No, his vertigo's gonna slow him down. Oh, I forgot. Oh, no. I don't believe it. So the grandmom's possession made her jump. Oh, and he brought her here to help. Oh no, he could be a suspect. Case of mistaken identity. Classic Hitchcock setup.
Mr. Ferguson, being an ex-detective, would have seemed the proper choice for the role of watchdog and protector. Not have anticipated that Mr. Ferguson's fear of heights would make him powerless when he was most needed.
Setup and payoff. They brought the opening scene back around. Great writing. Even here, they're injecting stuff that you know isn't quite true. It's a very classic Hitchcock posture. When all the characters in the film are convinced that the protagonist is something that we, the audience, know that he's not.
But we are not here to pass judgment on Mr. Ferguson's lack of initiative. Or you may believe that having once again allowed someone to die, did not face the tragic result of his own weakness and ran away.
Am I the only one getting serious Agent Smith vibes from the way this guy talks?
He could not face the tragic result of his own weakness and ran away.
Tell me, Mr. Anderson, what good is a phone call if you're unable to speak?
We've reached a verdict.
Thank you.
We, the jury, find him chicken salad sandwich. Oh, sorry, that's our lunch order. He's guilty.
The jury finds that Madeline Elster committed suicide while of unsound mind.
Wow.
Sorry, Scotty, that was rough. It was my responsibility. I shouldn't have got you involved.
By the way, I hired you to follow my wife. What were you doing alone with her when she died? Asking for a friend.
Goodbye, Scotty.
I love how often he keeps saying his name to him.
Scotty, let's go. Scotty. Sorry, Scotty, that was rough. I'm getting out, Scotty. Goodbye, Scotty.
Something you see a lot in movie dialogue.
Come on, Scotty, let's get out of here.
Wow, where's this movie gonna go? Whoa, animation in a Hitchcock movie. Have I ever seen that before? I love that transition. Very nightmarish. That reminds me of the opening credit sequence for Casino, where Robert De Niro just comes out, walks into his car, it explodes, and the entire opening credit sequence takes place against the guy flying across an explosion, casino lights, and operatic music. Scorsese knew how to open a movie. By the way, you want to know why these two shots look so similar? Because Scorsese hired Hitchcock's title designer, Saul Bass.
I had a long talk with a lady in musical therapy, Johnny, and she says that Mozart's the boy for you. Johnny, please try. You're not lost.
When a guy is intensely in love with a woman and it doesn't work out, there's definitely a season where he just gets evicted from his ability to be himself. Or as Richard Pryor would say,
Women get their heart broke, they cry. Men hold that in like it don't hurt. Walk around and get hit by trucks. So didn't he see that truck? He wouldn't have seen the 747 because his heart was broken.
Bernard Herrmann's score here is doing so much for this movie. Like, imagine this scene playing out with no score under it.
Get this car.
Why, I bought it from a man who used to live here in this apartment building, Mr. Gavin Elster.
I'm sorry.
Oh, dude. Oh, and he's going back to Ernie's. What? Is this really happening? Oh. They got me again. So I guess they used the real her for the one shot? Yeah, okay. So it's like he's having a vision. Yeah. Oh, that's so wrong, Hitchcock. Excuse me, are you possessed by your grandmother? By any chance? You're not? Okay, I'm sorry. That was awkward. I'm Jack. Girl in a green dress. Well, wait a second. That does look like her. Does she appear in a window? Well, that's a coincidence. Empire Hotel has a green awning. She's in a green dress. The plot thickens. That looks exactly like her.
My name's John Ferguson. Just a couple of things I'd like to ask.
You live in this hotel?
No, I happened to see you when you came in.
Yeah, I thought so. A pickup. Now, you beat it.
My alarm bells are going off. What was established? He's got vertigo. He was chasing a criminal, and a cop died in the process of saving him. And then his friend called him up and said, I want you to follow my wife. And Madeline did look like she wasn't a natural blonde. If I could just
find the key.
What do you want to know?
Or your name.
Judy Barton.
No, but you haven't lived here long.
Yeah, about 3 years.
Where did you live before?
Salina, Kansas.
Well, why don't you give him your social security number while you're at it?
My name is Judy Barton. I come from Salina, Kansas. I work at Magnon's and I live here.
Do you have a driver's license or anything that can verify this information, ma'am?
Gosh, do I have to prove it?
I was kidding.
My Kansas driver's license.
Oh.
Judy Barton. Number Z296794. 475 Maple Avenue, Salina, Kansas.
What are you doing?
You want to check my thumbprint?
Might as well.
And whether you're satisfied or not, you can just beat it.
Oh, I might be stupid. Actually, his alarm bells should be going off right now, because that was a little too easy to get her personal information. This is who you're looking for. Oh, he wasn't there. He wasn't there when Madeline fell off the building. He wasn't there. And he ran away. He didn't check the body. This is Madeline. Why is his former friend setting him up? What did I miss? What did we miss?
Will you have dinner with me?
Well, okay.
Okay.
Oh, he is being set up, because we're holding on her far too long. Whoa, whoa, she's looking right at us. What's going on? Oh, what? I was right? I really didn't know that. Wait, so is that a dummy or is that actually another person?
How did you get in the shipbuilding business, Gavin?
I married into it. I married into it. My wife's family is all gone.
P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
That's Gavin's actual wife? Oh. Oh. And that would make sense out of why. Because is it in the newspaper at the beginning?
I was sorry to read about that thing in the paper.
Jimmy Stewart's encounter with the cop, where the cop fell, is how Gavin finds out about his vertigo, and then stages a plan where he manipulates Jimmy Stewart into being like the eyewitness of who he thinks is Gavin's wife. Gavin gets rid of his actual wife, who this actress is played to look like, so it's not a ghost story. Man, I'm disappointed.
And so you found me. I was the tool and you were the victim of Gavin Elster's plan to murder his wife.
Oh, I nailed it! Whoever wrote this paced the story perfectly enough so that we, the audience, would arrive at the conclusion just before it was verified.
Carlotta's story was part real, part invented to make you testify that Madeline wanted to kill herself.
Yep.
He knew of your illness. He knew you'd never get up the stairs of the tower.
Yep.
He made no mistakes. I made the mistake. I fell in love. I'm still in love with you, and I want you so to love me.
By the way, everything you're writing down is completely admissible in court. Just FYI. Oh, no. No, don't do that. Oh.
Can I see you tomorrow? I just want to be with you as much as I can.
Well, I guess I could phone the store in the morning.
What is stopping her from telling him the truth? Other than criminal liability and potential prison time.
I like that.
There we are. Now we get this, and then we'll buy you those clothes.
Is he going to try to dress her up like Madeline? I want to cry for Judy.
And this one, it's beautiful.
No, they're none of them right.
You're looking for the suit that she wore for me. You want me to be dressed like her.
Judy, do me a favor. Do me a favor. If you're going to be upset at him for getting in his own way, then get out of your own way. Tell him the truth.
No, I won't do it.
This is what's great writing and great executing of stories. Like, I forget these are actors, you know. I only see the characters, and I just want to walk in and, like, shake both of them and be like, stop it!
Couldn't you like me? Just me the way I am? When we first started out, it was so good. We had fun. Well, I'll wear the darn clothes if you want me to.
Oh, it's her hair. He's not even paying attention to her. That's so sick. Can't you just like me for me? And he is just checked out.
The color of your hair.
Yeah.
No. If I let you change me, will you love me?
Yes.
All right, then I'll do it. Well?
It should be back from your face.
How could you not know that that's her? Oh, nice. He'll have a nice dramatic stand-up, too. If only he had glasses in this moment. So he could be like... Madeline? Oh, man. Oh, and the score is perfect. They should have had waves crashing in the hotel room behind them. Whoa, where are they? That was such a great shot. Wow.
Where should we go for dinner?
Anywhere you like.
And now the truth is going to come to light, specifically at the moment that they finally reconciled. Tried to warn you, Madeline.
Hello, my love. I'm going to have one of those big, beautiful steaks. To start,
Oh, no. She's holding the necklace from the painting. She just let it slip. Oh, no. It's right in front of you, dude.
Can't you see?
Yeah.
All I've got to do is find my lipstick. I don't know where I put it. I had it a minute ago.
Oh. Oh. He's figured it out. The dominoes have fallen.
There, I'm ready.
Drive down the peninsula.
All right. Going awfully far.
One final thing I have to do, then I'll be free of the past.
Why here?
Madeline died here, Judy. We stood there and I kissed her. And she said, if you lose me, you'll know that I loved you.
I don't want to go in there.
Too late.
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Then I heard footsteps on the stairs. She was running up the tower. I tried to follow her, but I couldn't get to the top. Go up the stairs. No. Go up the stairs.
Oh, this is so intense.
The necklace, Madeline. That was a slip. I remembered the necklace.
Let me go.
Now we're going up the tower, Madeline.
I wanted to stop it, Scotty. I ran up to stop it.
You wanted to stop it.
Sorry, I'm not even commenting a little bit on this, because I am completely enraptured and I'm terrified.
Not only the clothes and the hair, but the looks and the manner and the words and those beautiful phony trances. And you jumped into the bay. And I'll bet you're a wonderful swimmer, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you?
Oh, and she jumped in the river even though she knew how to swim? Well, that's the line for me. Throw her off.
I was the setup. I was a made-to-order witness. I made it. Come on, Judy. You were his girl, huh? What happened to you?
She fell in love with you, dude.
I loved you so, Madeline.
Scotty, I was safe when you found me. There was nothing that you could prove. When I saw you again, I walked into danger and let you change me because I loved you. And
Good.
You love me now. Keep me safe. Please.
It's too late. It's too late. There's no bringing her back.
Please.
Who's that? Ugh! What is that? Is that a nun? Is that a nun?
No!
I heard voices. God have mercy.
That's it? Oh. There's so much that can be said about Vertigo and Alfred Hitchcock's work in general. Many have already commented, for example, on how Scotty's attempt to turn Judy into Madeline mirrors Hitchcock's own obsession and control as a director.
He knew exactly what he wanted. The facade was everything to him. He was obsessed with it, I would say. It was as if he was Jimmy Stewart, making sure that she was dressed exactly the way Madeline was. He was playing the part of Jimmy Stewart.
Which is why I'd like to focus instead on an aspect of the movie that I really wish more movies today and more filmmakers would lean into. It's not possible to miss when you watch Vertigo the fact that Hitchcock very heavily plays up the role of color throughout the film, but I'd be willing to bet that there are many people who looked past something that was staring them in the face the entire time.
What's in your mind, Gavin?
Apologies for the quick art history lesson, but I wanted to illustrate why this is such a unique feature of Vertigo as opposed to other movies, and to understand it, it's good to be a little bit acquainted with color theory. For anyone who isn't aware, there are three primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. We call them primary colors because it's by mixing these three hues that we're able to make all the other colors in the color spectrum. And if you mix any two primary colors equally, you get what's called a secondary color. They are orange, purple, and green. This gives birth to what are known as complementary color sets, because each primary color naturally pairs with the secondary color that's produced by mixing the other two primaries. So red goes with green, yellow with purple, and blue with orange. Everybody with me so far? Good. Because now that you understand this very simple principle, look at what you find when you watch Vertigo. You may not have realized it as it was happening, but you can actually map the entire arc and emotional journey of the characters just by following the interplay of colors as the events in the story unfold. And Hitchcock establishes this in an absolutely brilliant way right at the top of the movie. Remember the first three scenes? Let's look back at how they were depicted. The rooftop chase is bathed in blue light, Midge's apartment is predominantly yellow, and Gavin Elster's world, represented by his office and the place where he dines, is drenched in red. Blue, yellow, and red. This sets up what follows. There are many examples in the film of what I'm about to show you, but I'm going to highlight just one for time's sake. Notice which colors are most closely associated with which characters throughout the film. Scotty, for example, is most closely associated with the color blue. Madeline is associated with green, and Judy's color is purple. Remember what we said a moment ago about complementary color sets? One of the ways to read Vertigo is to see Scotty as a blue in search of his complement, which would be orange, the one secondary color that's noticeably absent throughout the entire film. Madeline and Judy are represented by green and purple, the two secondary colors that are not meant to pair with blue. There's also this fascinating and subtle visual cue throughout the film where Scotty's clothing begins to reflect his growing obsession with Madeline. Small green dots appear in his tie. His suit takes on a reddish hue. It's as if the movie is signaling that if Scotty can't find his orange, he'll become one of the colors he needs to be to pair with green. But in both of these cases, we feel him trying to take on a change that never truly sticks, and ultimately, when Scotty's at his most vulnerable, he reverts to his true color, blue. And so Hitchcock tells you the same story twice. Scotty is a man who's looking for a completeness that he never truly achieves because it's never really offered to him. Let me know what you thought of Vertigo. What's your favorite Hitchcock film? Be sure to leave it in the comments below and I will put it in the queue to be checked out here on the channel. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful week. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you just have a wonderful life in general. Thanks so much for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.